Good evening and welcome back to the Rory Talks Football channel, your daily Arsenal news, updates, debates and my opinions. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe below the stream. I'm on the way to 10,100 subscribers. If you could like the video as well, I'd be incredibly grateful. It's a Friday. It is a Friday. Sensational. There's loads of you here. The weekend is here. And it is good vibes. It is good vibes, although slightly nervous vibes ahead of the North London derby. But Jacob's here, Pekka, Say Okay, Icarus, VV Vlad, Sportcat, Drax, Control Delete, Omar, Mia, Phil, Junior Films, Ethan Udall, MC. Says, been watching your streams for a while now. This is the first time I've been able to catch. I assume you've been watching my streams, not my streaks. I've not been streaking much recently, so don't think you've seen much of that. Patrick, good to see you. Magnus, Emilio, Francisco Oliveira, Tom McFadden, Devin, Jake, Ultra Pro Gamer, Hannah. It's gaming, and many, many more. It is good to see you all. But I hope you're all doing well. The Tottenham preview is here. We've got some news about Gabrielle, which is quite nice. Obviously, we will quickly run through Mikel Arteta's press conference. Ange Postecoglou had his press conference as well today, so we've got some news about Spurs' team. Would love Kai Havertz to do the dart celebration just for the shits and giggles. Yeah, me too. And Ali has gifted 5 memberships. Ali, thank you very much. Ali from Tifo, that is. So unbelievable, Ali. Thank you very much for that. And that is a very timely reminder, by the way. The live stream, the watch along for the Tottenham game will be on Tifo. I'll go live at about 1:30 on Sunday. The link is in my bio description to that. So if you go below the video into the description, it's the first link that you'll see is the link to Tifo. So we'll be live there on Sunday for the watch along. You need to use the code Rory, RORY in full caps if you are new. But Ali, thank you very much for that. And if you just became a member thanks to Ali, then make sure you thank him in the chat as well. Let's get Rory to 100k before the end of summer. Listen. Ambition. I like it. 1:30 for a 4 p.m. kickoff. Is it not a 2 p.m. kickoff? Am I going mental? Have I lost the plot? No, it's a 2 o'clock kickoff. I am not losing the plot. Thankfully. Yeah, Peter, you're the one losing your mind. Oh, God. I need to back myself more. Honestly, the VAR checks over the last few days on Guess the Gooner have me questioning every single thing. I need to back myself. I have had allowed gifts off for this whole time. Oh, that's painful. That's probably why you've not been gifted a membership yet, Ultra Pro Gamer, because you are usually here. That is unfortunate. Hopefully Max will return at some point and you can get lucky. Do you expect Spurs to play as they usually do? Although, in fairness, their high line and exciting football is no different than most teams. They're just overrated as hell. I think they will play the same way. I do think they'll play the same way. Someone was in an interview. Who was I reading? One of their players did an interview this week. I can't remember exactly who it was. I can't remember who it was, but one of their players did an interview, and he basically said that they're going to play the same way. That is their style, and that they'll play that way. Tom McFadden with the 199 super chat. Thank you very, very much, Tom. He says, loving the content. Hope we beat Spurs. Come on, you Gunners. Well, thank you very much. I also hope we beat Spurs. I really do. It was Son. There you go. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, he basically said that they'll play the way that they normally do. So unless that was some, mind games, and they're actually going to come out differently. But the thing is, right, and some people have said that they think that over the 2 weeks, some people have tried to predict that over the 2-week break that they had, that they'll have practiced playing a different way just specifically for this game. The issue with that is incredibly, incredibly risky. Because if you're trying out a new system and a new way of playing, to try that out against Arsenal is not ideal. You'd rather be trying that out a few times first. So I think they'll play the normal way. Did you get a haircut? I did, but it was a couple of days ago. And you definitely saw it yesterday. You were here yesterday, and I had it. I think it was the day before yesterday. I got a haircut. The same team versus Chelsea have to start. We'll go through. We'll go through my 11, my predicted and hopeful lineup in a little bit. Ballot has been so kind to me. Got tickets for Everton and Bournemouth. Lucky you, pal. I've not had a Ballot win since Liverpool in the FA Cup. No, Porto. Porto in the Champions League was the last time I won the Ballot. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Do you think we will get 3 points at Spurs? I will tell you in a little bit, but ultimately, yes. Yes, I do. Do you like Papa Sarr? I think he's all right. I think he was a bit overhyped. I think Sarr has been overhyped by Spurs fans. Don't forget to hit that like button. Yeah, look, there's 150 of you here. If you could all hit the like button, if every single one of you hit the like button right now, that would be sensational. If you're on mobile, you just have to close the chat for a second, click like, and then open the chat again. Otherwise, just scroll below. Look at Invert the Wings combined 11 if you want to have a laugh. Don't make me do this because I'll get angry. What's he done? Oh, I think I blocked Invert the Wing. I did. I blocked him. Let me have a look. Because I had blocked him because he was boiling my piss, to be honest. Oh, I've seen enough. I mean, why is he? Why is he? Okay, first of all, right? He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got 7 Spurs players. Oh, I'll bring it up for you. Let's bring it up. This bloke is a clown, absolute clown. We'll come back to that later. Honestly. Yeah, I blocked him. He was doing my head in. I would just spend all day replying to him. This is his 11, right? Vicario in goal, wrong. For some reason, he's decided that he knows more than Mikel Arteta and put Tommy Asu at right back instead of Ben White. Romero and Van der Ven, so Saliba and Gabriel supposedly don't get in there. Udogie, who's injured, so that's interesting. Rice, Erdegaard, Maddison. Do you know what? I've seen other people do that midfield. I disagree, but fair enough. Kulusevski over Bukayo Saka. Oh, no, he's put Saka on the left, which is a position he doesn't play in, so that he can fit Kulusevski in, who's slower than me, and Heung-min Son up top. What's his reasoning? Usually my combined 11s are form-based, but I have given my Tottenham Arsenal 11 many times. Let me try switch it up. Oh, sorry, this is about the peak of every player. If all players were playing at their best, well, that's convenient, isn't it? Because these players aren't playing at their best, which is why they're in 5th. Honestly. Between him and no new thing, Invert the Wing, no new thing, absolute donkeys. But fair play to them, because I'm pretty sure they do just try and rattle everyone, and it works. It does work. You didn't win a Ballot for a Prem game all season? That is a very good point. That's actually a very good point. I hadn't even thought about that. Look at, there's someone in the chat that's been sent by, I can only imagine he's been sent by Lee Gunner because he uses the word mutant. Look at him. Oh, look at him. Look at little Adele. Oh, he's come here all by himself giving abuse. Oh, look at him. Bless him. That's a Lee Gunner fan, that is, ladies and gentlemen. Look at him. Look at them. These people exist in the world. They go out every day into the real big wide world, and they exist. Bless him. Everyone's just He's still going. Kick him out? No, we don't need to kick him out. We'll just let him stay there. We have one in the Discord as well. I should probably set up a mod on Discord, to be fair. Who should start at left back on Sunday? So we'll get into that, right? So my 11 would be the exact same 11 that played against Chelsea. My 11 would be the exact same 11 that played against Chelsea. If the 3 positions, arguably, that are up for debate, left back, the midfielder that goes alongside Rice and Ødegaard, and the left winger. They are, in my opinion, the three that are up for debate. Now, Tomiyasu, I think, is the most balanced of the left backs. I think he's defensively the most stable, and in an attacking sense, none of the three, to be honest, add quite what we need in an attacking sense, but I think Tomiyasu comes closest. The midfield, I'd stick with Thomas Partey. I think it makes us a little bit more vulnerable defensively, but I think it adds so much to our attack in terms of the speed of transition, the speed that we can counter Tottenham, and that's something where Tottenham have a big weakness in terms of dealing with those transitions. I'm looking specifically at Saka versus Ben Davies. I assume it'll be Ben Davies. I'm looking at Saka. Partey getting the ball out to Saka as quickly and accurately as possible will be big for us. And then off the left-hand side, I think not only has Trossard's performances earned him the right to start relative to Martinelli, but also for this sort of occasion where there's, a big atmosphere, I think the confidence of the players is really important. And right now, Trossard is high in confidence, riding a high, whereas Martinelli feels low on confidence. And it's one of those where if he misses a chance early on, I feel like Martinelli, the crowd gets on him. I feel like he could struggle. So, yeah, for me, I think we'd stick with the same. Can we keep him? Yeah, we can keep Adele. We can keep Adele. It's just entertainment. It's just entertainment. It's like, look at him go. Look at him go. Look at him. It's like when you're a kid and you like prod an insect or something and just watch it rattle around. Bless him. Wait, so another Arsenal fan has sent someone over to send views? I don't know if he's directly sent him over, but there is one Arsenal creator that uses the term mutant to describe people that have a different opinion to him. And this guy seems to use the word mutant in pretty much every message he sends. Adele is here to create some more engagement to push the stream further. It's true. It's actually true. Look, the more he chats in the chat, the better the stream does. Look at the numbers. We're flying. We're up to nearly 180 viewers. Keep going, Adele. Keep going. I think Van de Ven will start over Ben Davies. I think Van de Ven will start over Ben Davies. Oh, so you think Ben Davies will play at centre-back? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Maybe Ben Davies plays as the left centre-back and Van de Ven plays as the left-back. Have they done that previously? I don't know. Jake. Do you think Timber will make the squad tomorrow? Look, we'll talk about that now. Actually, that's a good segue to talk about Mikel Arteta's press conference and whether or not we might see Jurgen Timber. So Arteta was asked about how he feels about the title chances. Obviously, City won last night. Yeah. What an awful watch along. Well, I didn't do a watch along. It would have been a terrible watch along if I had done it though. But he said we are there. We have to look at ourselves and try to perform in the best possible way to win our matches. And I can't wait to see what happens. It sounds a bit repetitive. It is a bit repetitive, but it's true. We could only really wait and see what City do and hope they drop points. He was asked whether it's a 2-horse race. He said, I don't think so. He's never going to say yes, right? I think Klopp said this himself today. Klopp was like, I'm obviously never going to say it's a 2-horse race now, but I don't think that both Arsenal and Man City are going to drop points twice in their remaining games. How pleased he's been with April. He said it's been great. I don't think April's been great, but maybe that's just me. But in April, really, we got knocked out of the Champions League. We lost to Villa. The last 2 games have been good. The last 2 results have been good. But overall, I don't think April's been great, really. Especially off the back of January, February, and March, which I think were better months, but it is what it is. He was asked about our schedule compared to Spurs. Obviously, they've had 2 weeks off. He said, we are going to be fully ready. We've had a bit of time as well to recover and prepare from the Chelsea game. I'm sure the team is going to be fully ready to go again on Sunday. He was asked on whether Arsenal need to be perfect until the end of the season. He said it's another game that they managed to win in a convincing way and something that we cannot control. So this is what we have to do. Then he was talking about Postecoglou. Don't really care about that. The decision to sign Kai Havertz. He said, it's not my decision, it's our decision. We were super aligned with the club's vision. And then obviously on the sporting side, we made a recommendation. Yada, yada, yada. Ultimately, yes, he's happy with Kai Havertz. Where's the stuff about... This is interesting. Playing vertically with ball speed. It depends at the moment on the phase of play and the behavior of the opponent, all about that. It's all about what the opponent is trying to do and how you can hurt them, where the spaces are, and identifying those moments to punish the opponents. Every game is different, and there are a lot of concepts and ideas around any way of playing. For us, these two are important. This, for me, playing vertically with ball speed, this is how we beat Spurs. And I think one of the reasons that Partey started against Chelsea was specifically to prepare him to start against Spurs as well. So I think that's important. I think that will be important. Whether the result at Tottenham 2 years ago was a low point for him, he said the memory is failing me. I'm more focused on the one last year. That's more positive. Very true. I mean, there's no point looking at the time that we lost to Spurs 2 seasons ago if you look at the team that we put out. I mean, Cedric was fouling. I mean, he didn't even foul Heung-min Son, I didn't think. But we had Cedric and Rob Holding on the right-hand side of our defence. It was incredible. Martinelli's not playing well. Yeah, Martinelli's low on confidence, I think. He was asked whether he trusts the current team more than the side that we had 2 years ago. He said, I've always trusted my players. Then from there, you can perform. I can make right or wrong decisions. I have the team to win or not win in the best possible way. No, the truth is, yes, you can trust the current team a lot more than you could trust the team 2 years ago. Here we go. On Jurrien Timber's availability. We have to make that decision tomorrow after the training session. He's very close. I don't know if it's too early, but he's very close now. For me, I don't think we'll see Jurrien Timber tomorrow. I don't on Sunday, sorry. And the reason why is that, in my opinion, it's not worth the risk. In what situation, realistically, are you going to bring Jurrien Timber on? I don't think you bring him on if we're drawing and pushing for a win, or if we're losing. So the only position you're going to bring him on in my opinion, is if we're comfortably winning and giving him some kind of easy minutes. The chances are we're not going to get that against Spurs. And if you do that, if you do put him on the bench, one of Kivy or Zinchenko or Tomiyasu has to drop out of the squad completely. And given that they're all definitely fit, I feel like it's a bit of just an unnecessary thing to do. I think Bournemouth at home in the following game is a far better way of bringing him back in. We've got a 199 super chat from Tom McFadden. Thank you very, very much, Tom. Different Not made a great video on Martinelli. I haven't watched it. I saw he did do that. Alex from a different Not made a video about Martinelli. I need to watch it. I've not seen it, but yeah. Look at him. He's still going. He's still going. We bring him on if Kivior and Zinchenko get the runs and Tommy needs a rest. Yeah. But we don't have room on the bench. You've got to think there's limited room on the bench. So you'd actually have to drop one of those out of the squad completely, which I just don't think we're going to do. So we'll see. We'll see. Thoughts on Brighton's performance yesterday? It wasn't good, but the refs were awful. The ref was terrible. It was Jared Gillett. The ref yesterday in the Brighton City game was Jared Gillett. He's on VAR for the Arsenal game against Spurs. So you've got... Listen, right? I'm not going to say that there's a conspiracy or that he is corrupt or that he's going to deliberately make bad decisions, right? But you've got a referee who's Australian, okay? Ange Postecoglou is also Australian, who is a Liverpool fan. Now, admittedly, Liverpool are no longer in the title race, in my opinion. So maybe there's not as much incentive for him to screw us over. But I just feel like, yeah, he's also just, even without all of that, he's also just not good enough. Like, he is not a good referee. He's terrible. He's the same one that somehow saw the handball against Aston Villa in the away game against Aston Villa He was the referee in that game that saw that handball from about 20 yards away through another person. He's a disgrace. Isn't he a City fan? No, he's a Liverpool fan. He's a Liverpool fan. Would you buy Rashford? No. No. And again, we even spoke about it yesterday in terms of Rashford's inconsistency. But the other thing you've got to bear in mind with Rashford, like last night, he's scrolling through Twitter in the early hours of the morning and then posting like a tweet out about how he gets abused. We just don't need it. Like, we honestly don't need that at the club, in my opinion, even if he was good enough. 199 super chat from Michael Hatton. He says, in honor of Adele. There you go. Thank you very, very much for that. And look, I'm sure Adele is absolutely delighted that you've done that on his behalf. Came late. What's an Adele and why are we bantering him? Oh, he was just the little pet that we had in the chat for a while. He was he was entertaining us, calling us all zesty mutants. Hey, we're all zesty mutants. We need Nico Williams. Nico Williams isn't number one on my list, to be honest. Adele is a singer, most known for the song Rolling in the Deep. I'll tell you what, I'd far rather listen to Rolling in the Deep. I would far rather listen to Rolling in the Deep. Our squad is such good vibes. I don't want any other player to come in and ruin it. No, exactly. And look, the thing is, Rashford could join and it could completely turn him around. Like the fact that we already have the kind of there's someone in the apparently Lee Gunn has joined the Discord. Welcome. Or someone's just put a picture up of him. I don't know what's going on. Who would you buy as a backup for Saka? Yeah, I don't think it'd be Nico Williams. I don't think it would be Nico Williams. For me, I think I'm leaning on Elise. I've been a bit all over the place with it, but I'm leaning on Elise as the backup for Saka at the moment. The issue is whether or not Elise would want to come in and be a backup. That's the problem. But look, we'll see. Where would Rashford even play? Oh, yeah, I was talking about Rashford. Yeah, it could be that he comes into the environment at Arsenal and changes and he's all good vibes as well. But I don't know. I lost access to the Discord. Apparently got booted. I'll check that out, Ross. You shouldn't have been. I don't know why that would happen. I don't know why you'd have been booted from the Discord. We need straight line speed. Elise's too slow. I don't think Elise is any slower than Saka. I'm not convinced Elise is any slower than Saka. If you want straight speed, you can go and get Pedro Neto, but the injuries worry me. Pedro Neto's injuries concern me. Anyway, I wanted to talk about this news that came from Sammy Mockbell this afternoon, and it was reported by quite a few people. Arsenal opened preliminary talks with key defender Gabriel Magalhaes over an improved contract. Early indications are positive, but immediate focus remains on the title race. Still has over 2 years left on his contract, so no rush to accelerate talks. I think this is brilliant. I think signing Gabriel to a longer term contract is brilliant. Gabriel has improved unbelievably. I think he has become one of the key players in the changing room in terms of his leadership qualities, and absolutely we should tie him down for as long as possible. And if we can get that done before the summer window opens, so there's not all of the noise from Saudi Arabia again, I think that would be really good for us. And look, someone said this earlier. I can't remember who it was on Twitter that said it, but I completely agreed with them. Gabrielle was one of the first people to sign a new deal before we actually got good. Like when this project hadn't really taken off, the process hadn't really taken off, Gabrielle was one of the ones that actually, when a lot of other players at the club at the time were either running down their contracts or waiting, he was one of the first ones that properly committed to the project. And so I like that. So yeah, hopefully that gets done before the summer, to be honest. There's 200 of you here at the moment. 200 of you. Absolutely sensational. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. And if you haven't already liked the video, please do like the video. Did you know that Bruno G's release clause can be paid over 5 years? It can. Did you also know Bruno G's release clause only lasts for a month? I'll try and get. I'll try. Let me find the. Let me find the. I'll try and find the information accurately so that I can tell you. Yeah. So Bruno Guimaraes' £100 million release clause doesn't activate until the end of the season, and is only active until June 30th. So you basically will only be able to get Bruno for the release clause in June. If June 30th passes and no one has triggered the release clause, Newcastle can make their decision. So that's pretty interesting. Rory, did you see the video of Big Gabby instructing Saliba after the goal against Chelsea? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I think he's become more of a leader. If you've not seen it, when we scored against Chelsea, Saliba, in classic Saliba style, just goes absolutely bombing off to join in the celebrations. And Gabrielle's like chasing him down, trying to pull him back, being like, no, focus, right? We don't need to get carried away with celebrations. Let's just get back, regroup, and make sure that we win the game. So, yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, we're not signing Bruno G before June 30th. We specifically put Raya on loan due to the FFP issues. Yes, I agree. I don't think we'll sign anyone big before June 30th. I don't think we can. I think we have to wait until after June 30th, which is when the last year of because the way FFP works is it's over a 3-year period. So we need the final year to drop off and the new year to be added on, which happens on June 30th. So I don't think we'll be able to do a Bruno G release clause before June 30th. Rory, I think if we actually put out a top performance versus Spurs, we just need to play the game, not the occasion. Exactly. Play the game, not the occasion. Hello, Rory. I am new here. What's going on? I heard this is the best Arsenal YouTube channel. The best Arsenal channel on YouTube. Well, I don't know who told you that it's the best Arsenal channel on YouTube, because I don't think it is. But whoever told you that, shout out to them and welcome to the channel. It is good to have you. Would love Elise. He'd 100% be getting enough games, as we'll be aiming to play in all comps to late stages. Saka will need rest and may get injured. Also, can he play anywhere other than right wing? Possibly. Possibly. I think between Saka and Elise, you could probably have games where one of them plays off the left and one plays off the right. Traditionally, both of them do play off the right, but yeah, I think they could. Footy Judge Mo's in the building. What a legend. What a legend. If you're not subscribed to Judge Mo, what are you doing? What are you doing? Aren't we fine for FFP, though? We're not close to it. Only spend 40 million of the 120 million loss allowed. Plus, we have prize money, don't we? No, but it's to do with the 3 years, I think. That was basically for the previous 3 years. It's a bit confusing. Basically, we spent all we could spend when we got Declan Rice, which is why we didn't sign anyone in the January and why we only did Raya online. So, yeah. What would your lineup be for the game on Sunday? The same lineup that we played against Chelsea. I think the exact same lineup. There's no reason not to. There's no reason not to. The stream deserves 200 likes at least. Hey, if we can get to 100, then we'll take it. 200, happy days. Happy days. Elise should have been signed when we had the release clause last summer. Probably. I mean, I don't know how much he'll cost. Maybe like 60 million. I think people are talking about 60 million for... I think people are talking about 60 million for him. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Thoughts on Yusuf Fofana? He looked great against us in pre-season. Yusuf Fofana is one that's similar to Thomas Partey. I think if you're looking at a replacement for Thomas Partey, I think Yusuf Fofana is quite similar. Obviously, he's not proven yet that he's at that level, but maybe he's the guy. He's definitely a cheaper option. I definitely think Yusuf Fofana is a cheaper option. So it depends how we spend our money. I mean, once again, I've seen Ornstein today. Ornstein today was speaking about how we're definitely going to focus on the midfield. But he also spoke about the academy again. And it's so, again, Ornstein was speaking about the academy. He said, Arsenal's recruitment, there will obviously be a focus on the youth academy. There's going to be some investment to try and bring in better quality players at a younger age and really compete with rivals. So again, we could be looking at signing some really young players this summer that aren't going to go into the first team, but they'll go into the academy. What happened to Balogun? Is he any good? Balogun's had an all right season, but really nothing special. He's not kicked on, that's for sure. Like, Balogun's season this season makes it look like we got a good amount of money for him. We did well. Kudus should have been signed. Yeah, Kudus was the dream. Kudus was the dream. We've seen how effective he's been for West Ham, and he can play right wing, left wing, and the 8. He can play so many positions. Did you see Ornstein mention how one of Georgie and Partey will leave this summer? Makes me worry we're losing Georgie. No, I think we're losing Partey. I think we're losing Partey this summer and we're losing Jorginho next summer. That's the way I see it going. But we'll see. Maybe we don't. Now Arsenal just tweeted, Arsenal have made Zubimendi a top target in the summer. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if Zubimendi's the guy for me. He currently sits above Onana and Fofana. Yeah, but what about like Kimmich or De Jong? I don't know. Like, I don't know if Zubimendi's the one for me personally. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I remember you were glazing him in the summer. Kudus, yeah, I was. And by the way, correctly so. I was absolutely correct to have been glazing Kudus in the summer because look at what he's done since he joined the Premier League. What about Smith Rowe? Again, I don't see there being room for Smith Rowe and Fabio Vieira in the squad. I don't think there's room for both of them in the squad. But we'll see. We'll see. In terms of the game, though, at the weekend, obviously, this is the preview. Predictions. Get your Tottenham versus Arsenal predictions in the chat. Get your predictions in the chat. Tottenham versus Arsenal. Score predictions. Zubimendi said yesterday he wants to stay at... This is what Zubimendi said yesterday. By the way, what's even the source for that now, Arsenal? Now Arsenal hasn't even left a source for where they got that information from. Sammy Mockbell said it on the 18th of April. Yeah, so Martin Zubimendi on Bayern and Arsenal links. Zubimendi said, I'm happy at Real Sociedad. It's my home. I can't say I will be here for the rest of my career because maybe in the future Real Sociedad won't want me to continue here. I'm not bothered about those rumours. So it doesn't really sound like someone that's going to force a move, that's for sure. Predictions, lots of predictions have come in. 2-1 Arsenal, 2-1 Arsenal, 2-1 Arsenal, 2-1 Arsenal, 2-1 Arsenal. Bloody hell, a lot of you think 2-1 Arsenal. 3-1 Arsenal, 3-1, 3-2, 1-1, 1-1, 2-1 Arsenal, 3-2, 65-0 to Arsenal. I like it. 2-1, 3-1, 4,003, 3-1, 3-0, 1-0 to Spurs. Brother. 2-0, 3-2, 2-0, 4-2. I think there will be a lot of goals. I think there will be... Well, my prediction is 3-1. My prediction is 3-1 to Arsenal. That's what I'm going for. Spurs won't score. I think Spurs will score. If we play with Thomas Partey and we concede as many chances as we did against Chelsea, Spurs will score. But the key is that we just need to outscore them. Do you think Maddison will piss you off on Sunday? Yes, Maddison will. I guarantee Maddison winds me right up. And you can watch it live on Tifo. Link is in the description to the live stream watch along. Son is scoring. Yeah, I would. If I had to pick a Spurs scorer, it would be Son. It would be Son. Spurs will score, but we will score more. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for. And now that we've basically nailed down the Golden Glove for David Raya, clean sheets aren't the end of the world. Is the watch along going to be on Sky or the delayed one? It is probably going to be on the delayed one. So the live streams, when the game is on Sky, I always watch it on a delay because I have to watch it on my PC, I use Sky Go, the Sky Go app. And that is on like a minute and a half delay. But I was looking at a thing where apparently I can get something from Sky. I think it costs like an extra £6 a month. But I can get an extra thing from Sky that I can plug into the PlayStation which then means it'll be like watching it on TV, not like watching it on Sky Go. So I'm hoping that I can solve that problem a little bit. I remember last game at the Emirates, 2-2, Jorginho made a mistake that led to their second goal, so I want Partey to start. That's fair. That's fair. Rory, all my mates at school says you're a shit Arsenal TikToker. Well, you know, you win some, you lose some, is what I would say. Some people like you, some people don't like you. I would say you're not at a good school. I would say your school doesn't have enough intelligent people in it. That's what I would say. Skygo sucks. I'll be on Tifo to join you, but I want to celebrate goals and not eat my shirt waiting for the delay. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what we all want. First goal is absolutely crucial. We're excellent when we take the lead. I agree. We do need to take the lead. Although we took the lead in the first game and we still ended up drawing 2-2. Yeah, is Adele your mate? Have you seen the links to Esteval Willian? I don't think so. Let me have a look. Esteval Willian. Rory, I say you're one of the best Arsenal TikTok creators and YouTubers. Thank you very much. Okay, there are no current offers on the table for Esteval Willian. However, there are 5 clubs interested: Arsenal, Barcelona, Chelsea, PSG, and Real Madrid. Most of the clubs have a representative down to Sao Paulo. There you go. Interesting. Keep an eye on it, I suppose. One of the offers that's already gone in was 70 million euros. Oh, no, that was an offer for Esteval and Endrick. Interesting. Interesting. How tall are you? I am 6 foot tall. Who are your favorite Arsenal content creators? Good question. Who are my favorite Arsenal content creators? Definitely Alex from The Different Knock. Babs. I like Babs' content. The Gooner Talk. I like. Who else do I watch? That's pretty much it for people that I watch. The thing is, right, when you're constantly making Arsenal content yourself, Sharky, SDS, nah, it's not my kind of thing. AFTV. Well, yeah, George has got a good point. I like James from AFTV. I do like James from AFTV. It's a derby of Michael Oliver, so there will be some sort of controversial VAR decision. Oh, there will definitely be a controversial VAR decision. There will be controversial refereeing. I like Sharky. I don't know, SDS. Maybe it's just because I only really watch clips of it, but I don't know. I think the first 20 to 30 minutes is so important in who wins the game. I think if we play the way we did at Brighton, we will hopefully win. Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully. The best guy on AFTV is Ty. I mean, I enjoy watching Ty. Not for the same reasons, but he is funny. Fabrizio linked us to Louis Guilherme from Palmeiras. Interesting. I don't think I've really ever seen much about him, to be fair. I've been to Arsenal versus Fulham, Chelsea and Liverpool this season, and I've got to say that Chelsea was by far the best atmosphere of the 3. Chelsea was great, but it was just like a party atmosphere. Against Chelsea, which was ideal. Anyway, it is time for Guess Star Guna, the game where I give you 5 clues about an ex or current Arsenal player, and you have to guess who that player is in the chat. First person to get it right wins the immense pride and respect of the Rory Talks Football community. Get your fingers on your keyboards because we're starting now. Clue number 1. This player is 32 years old. Clue number 2. They joined Arsenal in January 2021. Clue number 3. They made their Premier League debut in 2017. Clue number 4, they currently play for AZ Alkmaar. And clue number 5, they have made 81 appearances for Australia. They have made 81 appearances for Australia. And they are actually also the Australian captain. So there you go. Clue number 5 should be the dead giveaway. But, right, what are the odds of me getting a VAR check today? What are the odds of me getting a VAR check today? I refuse. I refuse to get VAR checked. I refuse. I am so focused. There we go. George Christodoulou. It was indeed Matty Ryan. It was Matty Ryan. George Christodoulou was first. Sam Shapiro was second. Ethan Udall was third. Emilio was fourth. And Max Evans was fifth. So there you go. Congratulations to George Christodoulou. There is no VAR check there either. There is no VAR check. Tom McFadden has given a 199 super chat and said, Matty Ryan, can I have the win now? I mean, if you'd been quicker with the super chat, maybe. But thank you very much for the 199. And Ross Lumber said, I agree with Adele. You're an absolute prick for these clues. Listen, the game's the game. The game's the game. We've got to make it hard. We've got to make it difficult. There you go. There you go. Tom's trying to pay to win. Yeah, I respect it. I respect the effort from Tom. No controversy on Guess Laguna. There's no controversy today. I was locked in then. I was locked in. That was like, what was his name? I was like, Kalina. I was like Kalina. What a goat. What a goat referee. That was my top performance today. I'll be honest, I still don't know who it is. We brought him in on loan. He was the goalkeeper, Australian goalkeeper we brought in on loan from Brighton. He played 3 games. He played 3 games for us. I'm better at Guess the Non-Gooner. Well, speaking of Guess the Non-Gooner, it is time for Guess the Non-Gooner. I will give you the entire career path of a player who does not and has not played for Arsenal, and you have to guess who that player is. First person to get it right wins the immense pride and respect of the Rory Talks football community, but not quite as much respect as George Christodoulou currently has. So this player started their career at the PSG Academy. They started their career at the PSG Academy. They went on loan to Crotone. They then moved to Bayer Leverkusen permanently. And they moved to Aston Villa permanently. PSG Academy, Crotone on loan, Bayer Leverkusen, Aston Villa. Bosh. It is not Xavi Simons. It's not Coman. It's not Nkunku. It's not Mike Maignan. It is indeed, and I'm just going to double check, Francisco Oliveira is the winner. It is indeed Diaby. It is Moussa Diaby. Vivi Vlad was second. Drakkar was third. Adaptor Perish was fourth. And Ethan Udall was fifth. So there you go. Congratulations. Congratulations. There you go. George Christodoulou and Francisco Oliveira are today's winners. VAR check complete. There you go. We've got through both of them with no VAR checks. Absolutely sensational. How many players do you think get into an Arsenal-Tottenham combined 11? I uploaded my combined 11 to TikTok today, and I put in 2 players. 2 Spurs players for me. Son and Van der Ven. And Van der Ven goes in at left back. Heung-min Son goes on left wing. Any others? None, to be honest. Maybe Udogie if he was fit. Okay, yeah, no, sorry. To clarify, so mine's done on form and on fitness. So Udogie can't be there because he's injured. Nor can Timber because he's injured. Spurs had 2 weeks rest while we get 4 days. Do you think this might actually favour us? Yes. Absolutely. I think the most important thing on Sunday will be the first 20 minutes. First 20 minutes, right? Spurs have had a 2-week break. It's like coming back from an international break. All right, they'll have been training together as a group, but it's like coming back from an international break. First 20 minutes, they'll be a bit slow, I reckon. First 20 minutes, they'll be a bit slow, a bit rusty. That is where we have to capitalize. After that, who knows which way it'll go. In fact, they should have more energy than us. They should be able to run harder and longer because they've had 2 weeks off. But we'll see. They have a better keeper? I disagree. I think Raya is better than Vicario. Vicario gets absolutely swamped under crosses. Vicario under crosses and corners is terrible. I know he makes a lot of saves, but he only has to make a lot of saves because they give up so many chances. This is what... So someone on TikTok was making this argument they were at, right? They were like, Vicario has made more than double the number of saves that David Raya has made. That was their argument. So they were going based on volume of saves that Vicario has made. But by their logic, if you took volume of saves as the metric for success of a goalkeeper, Wes Foderingham would be the best goalkeeper in the league, Thomas Kaminski would be the second best goalkeeper in the league, and James Trafford would be the third best goalkeeper in the league. You know? It's just not about making a high volume. It's the same as when people compare defenders and they'll show the stats that show that a defender has had to make a load of tackles. And they'll say, oh, look at how many more tackles that defender made than that defender. They must be better. It's like, no, that defender has to make more tackles because their defense isn't as good. You know? You've got to understand what stats you're using. Aaron with the $5 super chat. Congrats on 10K. You deserve it. Aaron, thank you very much. One of the original goats of the channel, here from the start, has always supported the channel as well. So, Aaron, thank you very much for that indeed. My Tottenham Arsenal combined 11, Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Van der Ven, Partey, Rice, Erdegaard, Saka, Havertz, and Son. That is also mine. That is also my combined 11. Exactly that. Raya has been good. Raya is so underrated by everyone, including our own fans. That's what annoys me. Spurs fans underrating him, fine. Don't care. You don't watch Arsenal enough to understand. When Arsenal fans underrate him, it annoys me because I'm like, you have to understand what you're watching here. Like, the defenders in front of David Raya haven't changed from the defenders last year, but our defense is so much more solid this year. Why? Because of what Raya adds in terms of acting as a sweeper and really coming for crosses. The way he claims crosses is unbelievable. It just allows us to force teams out wide, let them cross the ball, and he gets on the end of most of them. Buffon skipped school to watch Raya. Hated him at first, I can't lie. Now I love him. Look, don't get me wrong. He made mistakes early on. He did make mistakes early on. But Vicario's made some pretty big mistakes as well. That's the other thing. Do you think it matters if we beat Tottenham and win the rest of our games? They beat City, effectively helping us win the league. I've seen people online making a commotion about it. What do you mean, do I think it matters? I mean, that would be perfect. The perfect scenario is that we beat everyone, including Spurs, and then Spurs beat Man City and gift us the title. That would be hilarious. Aaron, no worries. Enjoy class. Do you think that Martinelli still has the potential to be as good as he was last season, or is it just going down at Arsenal? Oh, Martinelli easily has the potential to come back. Give a proper functioning left back for him. Give a proper functioning left central midfielder for him. Give them time to gel. We'll see the best of Martinelli again. I've got no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Look, anyway, that is going to be the end of the stream. Massively thankful to all of you for showing up. As always, you're absolute legends. Like I said, there won't be a live stream tomorrow. I'm out tomorrow, but the live stream on Sunday, the watch along for Arsenal versus Tottenham, it will be on TIFO. The link to that is in the description of this video. Use the code Rory when signing up. Until then, have a fantastic evening. Have a fantastic weekend. Please like the video before you jump off, and I will catch you on TIFO on Sunday. Good night.